Against Oriath, you have been exiled to the forsaken continent of Rayclast. The Magisters of Oriath are merciful and have granted all exiles one weapon. Choose wisely. Oriath has bestowed a gift upon you, a chance to redeem your crimes, a new life. Do not squander it.
Welcome back. Let's do this.
They were right to fear me. If only they had listened to their cowardice. Had they not taken my home with fire, I would not have taken their children. Now I'm banished to Rayclast. I've heard the dark rumors, seen the terror in the other exiles' eyes. But to me, one land is like any other. The elements are my allies, the dead are my servants, and fear will be my closest friend.
She is creepy.
I fought, wept, and bled for God and the Order. I would have died for my Templar brothers, every single one. And how do they reward my piety, my devotion? They exile me to the land of the damned, to Rayclast. I know now that my brethren are merely God's tools. He has given me this path to walk, so I shall muster my strength and my power, and my faith. It is my shield against the darkness to come.
He's a little up there in age, isn't he?
He had it coming. Was I supposed to bear such insults with an action simply because of his high birth? That lord sang a different tune with 6 inches of steel in his guts. Now they call me a criminal for defending my honor. I'd do the same again to anyone who crossed me. I care naught for riches, little for friendship. The duel is all I need. I may be in exile, but I will carve a road back to Oriath, one foe, one victory at a time. Ill fortune may have banished me to Rayclast, but I will live to hear them scream my name in the great arenas again.
People treat you the way you allow them to.
A simple job, I was told. Silence a big mouth, get a big payout, and no one was going to be the wiser. Tidy, except for one loose end. Me. I would have kept my mouth shut. Professional integrity, it's called. Unfortunately, not something my employers believed in. They raised a toast to a job well done. I drank, and the next thing I know, I'm on this stinking crate bound for exile. It's not a complete loss, I suppose. The way I hear it, there'll be plenty of work for a man of my talents in Rayclast.
Interesting.
You can't own a life. Not a deer's, not a rabbit's, and not mine. Every soul has a birth given live however they will, however they can. I take from the wilderness, and one day it'll take me in return. Not that the fat lords of Oriath believe in such things. They call me poacher and thief, clap me in irons and haul me like cargo into exile. No matter. I'll make the forests and mountains of Rayclast my new home. My freedom and my bow. That's all I need.
I played her in the private
I am
beta.
a warrior. I was born to fight, raised to defend my tribe. Now, I have been taken from my people, chained and exiled by cowards who fear death. Death is my brother. I do not fear him. I see him in the eyes of the men and beasts that I kill. I feel him traveling beside me to this new land, this Rayclast. He will take me to meet the ancestors when I am ready, and I am not ready.
Can't play a character that hits himself in the head. Just can't do it. Here
He
we
had
go.
it coming. Was I supposed to bear such insults with an action simply because of his high birth?
Yeah.
That lord sang a different tune with 6 inches of steel in his guts. Now they call...
I figure this one is pretty cool. I fought for my honor. Something that women, not girls, women have to do all the time. Okay, let's go.
We're all that made it. They dumped 24 of us exiles off that ship. Guess that makes us the lucky ones. Luckier than this poor bastard beside me, at any rate. Splinter sticking out of me? Missed all the important bits. I saw smoke at those ruins up the beach. Go get some help. And I might just...
And you're dead. So, they've added, it is Path of Exile. This is Path of Exile. And
Even the dead rise to challenge me here.
and this is now an open beta, which means that there will be no more character wipes. This is free to play, so you can download this and play for free. The game makes money through microtransactions, which are not free to play from my understanding. More cosmetic in nature. They've added, I need to stop saying, okay, stop it already. They've added things like the voice acting. I purposely did not play very far into the beta because I wanted to play the private beta because I wanted to play more of it upon release, after the last wipe, that is. There were sufficient, seeing on Twitch, I mean, usually I love to give feedback on betas and whatnot, but on Twitch I saw people of very high caliber doing the theory crafting and whatnot, so they were finding things and spending ridiculous amounts of time in this game, if only to prep for release, because professionally it's going to be their bread and butter with their stream and whatnot, so, or videos, doing tutorials and that kind of thing. So I focused on something else, like getting rid of this cough and doing what I felt was more important, since the game had, and I saw the developers interacting with those people. So, yeah. This is the first boss that you encounter. And you have to manage your life. You're going to need those pots. The drink. Drink good. Drink often. Drink when necessary. Drink it all up. So I'm going to go through this area, the beginning here, because they have voice acting for it now. But for the most part, I'm not going to show every little thing because it's dungeon crawler. I mean, it's like a Diablo game. So I'll show important parts, but let's listen to this.
Welcome to our home away from home, for what it's worth. I'm Nessa, that putrid giant you just laid to rest. That was Hillock. You're lucky. He's eaten stronger exiles than you. Don't count on that luck lasting. It's in short supply here in Rayclast. Still, you've rid us of a curse, and we owe you our thanks. Lionel's watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live, but should you wish to venture out, do just one thing for me. Out on the coast, amongst the wreck, there must be a ship's medicine chest. I have many to care for, and there's only so much I can do with herbs and seawater.
A dashing duelist, drenched and deserted on the dreariest strand. That's the first line of the poem I'm writing about you, Exile. Easy, lad. You could lacerate a bloke with a look like that. The name's Bestel, captain of the good ship Merry Gull. Alas, my Merry Gull is gone. My crew is gone. But my wits remain, after a fashion. There's an island, a hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my Merry Gull ran aground. Watched the locals spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bones. It'd have everything Nessa might need. Dr. Shaky Hands Opton was lousy with a scalpel and even worse with a saw, but he knew his apothecary. Explains the shaky hands, if you ask me.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, don't tell me. We exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us the moment his black guards dumped us in the water out there. It's just live or die now. Here, have one of these, and no need to thank me. I'm thinking of myself and the others here. The longer we fighters live, the longer everyone lives.
Okay, similar to my Diablo playthrough. I'm not one to go through a game over and over and over and over on harder and harder and harder difficulties. I want to know the storyline and whatnot, and then I'm done. I'm moving on to the next thing. So, similar to my Diablo 3 playthrough, I'll show the boss fights and whatnot as far as I go into the game. And some stuff so that you get an idea about the different areas and whatnot. It's a free-to-play game. I will link to it in the description, and you can try it out for yourself. I think that it's a good game to have. Like I said, there are some people that are going like seriously hardcore on this. And this is the game, if you remember, my mind just went splat when I saw the skill tree. This game, in my opinion, if you could mix the mechanics of this game with the animations and graphics of Diablo 3, it would be the bomb. That would be the bomb. That is what I think me and many others were thinking Diablo 3 was going to be. This kind of functionality plus the look of Diablo 3. I'm not saying that either game is good or bad. They have their weaknesses and strong points. But if you like Diablo 2, then you'll most likely like this game. It's got a lot of good attributes to it. But, like I said, I'm not one... Wait, hang on. Boss in this area. And it must die. Okay. Yeah, it is not my personality to go through a game over and over and over again, particularly back to back. But kudos to those that like to do that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not criticizing in any way. It's just, once I beat the end boss, I feel like I'm done. I don't feel the need to go through it on hardcore and whatnot. There's just too many games. I have a backlog of games that I want to play, that I want to finish. So, kudos to those that do. And those that do, honestly, are streaming. A lot of them are streaming. And if you're streaming 6 to 8 plus hours a day, then yeah, what else are you going to do? You're going to go through games really, really quickly. So I totally feel them on that. And like I said, more props to them, because they're the ones that's doing a lot of the theory crafting. Those and people that are putting out the tutorial videos and whatnot. More power to them. That's the beauty of a game like this or any other game, is that you make it your own and play it how you want. And we've reached the prison. This is sort of like the end area. Well, I don't want to say the end area for chapter 1 because I'm not 100% sure. Wait one sec. Let's listen to this.
Still the Karui barbarians advance from the south. Lioneye is dead, his legion slaughtered. Should the need arise, we shall retreat through Prisoner's Gate, raising my barricade behind us. But our Lord Brutus nears readiness. Foul times demand heroism. The Warden will serve as our saviour. May he crush the Karui into the sand with the mighty fists I shall gift to...
Alrighty. Okay, a big boss is coming up. Brutus, I think his name is. And I don't want to say this is like the end of chapter 1 big boss, because I'm not sure. This is a new area for me. Sort of, kind of. I played him. I fought him on another tune just before I did this. I decided to go with the Duelist instead. I was playing a Templar. And I decided to go with the Duelist. Crap. He so much for being ranged, right? Because he has this thing where he pulls him to like a death grip on a death knight. Come on, move. Run like a little bitch. Run like a little bitch. Okay. So yeah, with the Templar, I must say that the fight. Oh, shut up. The fight went a little bit better.
My spirit is
Interesting.
spent.
Your spirit is. I don't want to hear that. That's not music to my ears, baby. I don't want to hear your spirit is spent. Oh, good gracious! I'm gonna have to pull something out. I'm gonna have to cheat. I'm gonna have to use the tools of the game wisely, which is not a cheat, and it's not an exploit. Now I'm about to whoop your behind, bitch. Come at me now. Boom!
Skill
Dead.
beats size. Every
Skill
time.
every freaking time, baby. Knowledge is power. The knowledge of when to open that damn portal. Shh, she's gonna
For
talk.
some, death is welcomed with open arms. Did you end Brutus's suffering out of avarice or mercy? Only you know the answer to that one.
Ended it because I wanted
The
to.
warden's finally free of his own prison. Well, since you're so bloody determined to cheat the britches off death, you better have this. And when they write the song about you, just be sure to mention that it was Tarkley who taught you everything you know.
Okay, this is a good place to end this one. I'll show you what these different, what the loot is. I don't know if this randomizes, if you'll get the same thing or not. Not sure about that, but this is what you get as possible rewards. You have to pick one. Okay, good point to end, and I'll see you in the next one.